Hey ladies, it's at the top of the hour, 8 o'clock on Tuesday morning, December 4th, and today is the second live coaching of the Holiday Survival Challenge Breakthrough, Holiday Challenge um, Challenge. So I got some really great feedback from you guys, those of you who completed the exercise, followed along with my live coaching yesterday. And I wanted to tell you, this is exactly why I'm a coach. It was so uplifting to me to hear the breakthroughs that you had, the aha moments. I really feel like it's my job to teach women to think a different way, to elevate their thinking so they have a better life. So I'm so glad that you had a breakthrough. And if you haven't yet, listened to the day one coaching and gone through the exercise, I strongly urge you to do so because some of the women found it absolutely life-changing. So I wanted to get on to the good stuff. The winner of yesterday's breakthrough giveaway. So I had posted a giveaway link, a thread in our Facebook group for you to post your biggest breakthroughs, and we randomly chose a winner, and the winner will be receiving a set of resistance bands. And the winner for yesterday's breakthrough was Heather Barber. I hope I'm probably not going to say your last name right. McCann. I'm sorry if I said your last name wrong, but we'll be contacting you to get the information, the shipping information. So I just wanted to recap what yesterday, the tasks, and make sure that you guys are on point. And I haven't heard any feedback. Well, I guess I did hear feedback from one woman about the workouts. She loved the 20 minutes. She did feel like it was pretty challenging, but it was like, because knowing it was 20 minutes, it was easier to do. So I'd really love your feedback about the workouts, what you think about it, if there's anything you would change. Just let me know in the comments or let me know somewhere in the Facebook group. But what's really important is tracking. So we talked about yesterday about we discovered why habits are formed and really where they come from, and the surprising emotional component to habits. And I think a lot of you were surprised about that. So what we're trying to do is get rid of the bad habits. So it's really important that every time you have an urge to take part in the habit that you picked, that you do your tapping and you dismiss it. So basically you're done with that habit. It's really not for you anymore. So unfortunately, if you give that habit wiggle room, it will creep back in. And I feel like I didn't explain why clearly yesterday, so I'm going to tell you now. I did say that think of our habits as little like rivers in our brain, and the more you take part in the habit, the deeper that river goes. It's like a connection. So what you're doing is breaking that connection. But if you go back to the habit, that river is already formed. So it's so easy to fall back into the habit. So it's dismissing the habit and creating new ones that actually serve you. So I hope that makes sense. It's really important that you don't go back to the habit and say, oh, let me try it. Let me see if I can do this. Nope, you'll fall right back into it and you're gonna have to start the whole process over. So, so we had the connection about habits, and so it's really important that you go forward tracking your new habits. So if you haven't been working out regularly, I want you to track. I suggested Habit Bowl. It's a free app. It's very simple. You just, whether you worked out or you didn't. So hopefully these 5 days you'll get into a habit of that, or it will get you right on track to do it. Okay. So I think you guys will relate to this. It's one thing to know what to do, but it's another thing to actually do it. So I think most, we're all smart women. We know what to do. Oh, eat healthy, exercise, and well, those are the main things. If for health and wellness, we've heard about self-care, but we may or may not think that's important. But it's a whole other thing to make it part of your lifestyle and actually do it. And I think the question we need to be asking ourselves is not what we must do, but why we're not doing it. That is the question answer that is most important, and I hope I gave you a little inkling of that yesterday when I connected the emotional portion of habits. But I want to make clear today about the only way to lose fat. The only way, the scientific way. I think we make things really complicated, and if you're not where you want to be physically, um, most likely you want to lose some body fat. And well, I won't go off into a tangent about weight versus fat. A lot of women are fixated with this scale, but that's really the wrong measure of your progress. I'm talking about fat or changing your body composition. And the only scientific way to lose it is to intake less calories than your body burns. That's the only way. I think we make it way too complicated. Every single diet out there that works is because you're intaking less calories than you burn. So I didn't say hi to people. I saw that Nikki's here, Iris is here, Ina's here. So welcome. Good morning. And so I'm talking about fat loss, about how we make it too complicated, and really the only way is to intake less calories than your body burns. So there's a couple ways you can do that, or 3 ways. You can eat less, you can move more, or you could do a combination of the two, eat less and moving more. And today I want to talk about moving more. I also think that we make it way too complicated about exercise. I want to ask you guys, what holds you back from working out if you don't already? Is it the time commitment? Is it the lack of results? What is it? Or maybe you don't even know what holds you back, but I want to make it a little bit simpler. What if we could make movement easier? What if it doesn't have to be so difficult? I do feel that every woman should have a strength training component to any fitness routine, which I provided to you as an example in the workouts, the 20-minute workouts. But how do we move more when time is finite? So I want to introduce you guys to the concept of NEAT, and it stands for non-exercise activity thermogenesis, and that's a mouthful, so we'll just call it NEAT. And what NEAT is any movement that you perform that's not eating, sleeping, or an organized activity like running or jogging or getting on the treadmill or getting on the elliptical. So you only have a certain amount of time to work out during the day, and if you're a busy working woman with children or without, you know that it's very hard to find time, extra time to actually, maybe if you have to drive to the gym, work out, and then drive home, it can be a production. So I want to talk about using NEAT, using these daily activities that we already do and maximizing our time, because we only spend a very small time in the gym if we even get there, but most of our day is spent out and about at work, doing chores, activities, whatnot. So in the handout today, in the email that I sent you, let me know if you have not received the email, because someone told me that they did not yesterday, is I provided a table with an example of NEAT, of activities, daily activities that we take part in that we really don't think of as burning calories. But if you just could increase your NEAT, these daily activities that you already do, you can add up to huge results. So one of the easiest ways to do this is just to stand more. When I was in the corporate world, right before I left, I applied and got a sit and stand desk. Just standing a couple more hours a day adds up to huge results. And then if you are working, make a habit to get up, walk around the floor, walk up and down stairs, walk outside to take a break and come back in. Or do more active things with your kids. Go for a bike ride. I guess that's technically an organized, but I don't really count it as working out. It's just something that we would normally do with our family. or play soccer with your kids, or when you're at work, if you have an office, you could do some body weight squats, or you could lunge. So any way that you can up that calorie burn during the day while you're just going about your daily activities is going to add up to huge results. Or you could do, count what you do for chores, go up and down the stairs with the laundry basket, carrying your groceries. So as I was saying, I provided you a handout of examples of how much calories for 15 minutes of these activities burns for a woman in her 40s who, or 40, who is 150 pounds and is about 5'7". So I provided a link to a website where you could calculate your own calories. And my goal for you today, well, for the rest of the challenge, is to try to get up to 300 extra calories from NEAT. So this is above and beyond the activities that you're already doing. I mean, showering is on there, so I guess you could shower another time a day, or do your hair a couple of times, or maybe you don't do your hair, add doing your hair in there. That does burn calories. So I want you to track in Habit Bowl if you can, or just on a piece of paper. Tomorrow we're going to add another component of tracking, and it might be helpful. You could track your NEAT in there, but your goal is to get an additional 300 calories a day of NEAT. So this is how we see progress, small actions adding up to big changes. So 300 calories is like getting on the treadmill, for 20 minutes or so walking. I don't know what the calorie what it is equal to, but it adds up to big results. So I hope that this makes sense. I hope that it sounds exciting to you, that you can actually incorporate your daily activities and burn calories and see results. So be sure to post your biggest breakthrough from this day 2 coaching, or even from day 1 if you didn't get a chance to, in the thread I posted in the Facebook group. And the winner will receive a Devotion Nutrition Flex flavor of your choice. I don't have an example of them, but I put a picture of them. They're amazing. They're made from, some people say stevia, I say stevia, but they're calorie-free flavors that you can add to anything. I love to add to protein shakes, to oatmeal, yogurt. They're amazing. There's so many different flavors. I personally love the more decadent ones like creme brulee, monkey bread, cinnamon crunch, stuff like that. But you can get like fruit flavors too. Life-changing, love them. So just to recap, you need to think about exercise and movement a different way. Let's not make it so difficult. Let's incorporate more movement into our daily routine and burn extra calories, because, as just to repeat, the only way to lose fat is to take in less calories than your body burns, and that means either eating less, moving more, or a combination of the two. So there you have it. If you guys have any questions, please post it in the group, and I will talk to you guys soon.